Have you ever stopped to contemplate the importance of thinking? Thinking may just be the most powerful tool that any human has. It basically enables us to function in everyday life. From the moment we get out of bed to the moment we sleep, we're always thinking. Decision making is one of the things that are made much easier by the process of thinking. But thinking isn't always perfect, so it sometimes leads to errors in decision making. One of the ways that thinking can be faulty is a concept called the framing effect. Imagine that the US is preparing for the outbreak of an unusual Asian disease, which is expected to kill 600 people. Two alternative programs to combat the disease have been proposed. If Program A is adopted, then 200 people will be saved. But if Program B is adopted, there is a 1/3 probability that 600 people will be saved and a 2/3 probability that no one will be saved at all. Which of these programs would you favor? Most of the people who answer this question would choose Program A, which is guaranteed to save some people. This is because it seems more appealing at first, but if the actual probabilities of both programs are weighed against each other, they are in fact equal. So it doesn't matter which program you choose, both will have the same probability of saving or killing people. This is an example of the framing effect, in which people chose Program A just because it was presented to them better than Program B was. The framing effect is mostly used in marketing, media, and politics to affect the way people see things and consequently affect their decisions. In media, news channels only report what they want you to see, but the reality is much bigger than what is conveyed on the news. This is a very clear example of the framing effect. Another example of thinking errors is the conjunction fallacy. It is when people believe that a specific condition is more probable than a general one. I'll give you an example to state this concept more clearly. Imagine if you were asked to predict the weather for tomorrow. If you predict that tomorrow will be hot and cloudy, you are less likely to be right than if you had made each prediction separately. This is because the first prediction requires two conditions to be true. So the weather tomorrow might be hot but not cloudy, or it might be cloudy but not hot. In both cases, your initial prediction is wrong. So you are more likely to be right if you predict that tomorrow will be either cloudy or hot alone, not if you predict both at the same time. This shows that people sometimes fall into the error of thinking that a combined prediction is more probable than predicting each part alone, which is evidently false. Let me talk to you about another concept, which is heuristics. Heuristics are rules of thumb that your brain uses when dealing with decisions. These heuristics make thinking and decision making much faster and more efficient.